Hey everyone, it's been a couple weeks since I posted a video, and honestly, I haven't had a lot of opportunity to work on things lately. Kind of at a point now where I'm saving money for the Corvette to do some sort of motor for it. So I'm kind of changing gears while the envelope for the Corvette grows. In the meantime, I think we're going to start focusing some real attention onto the first gen Cummins. I think I'd really like to get that thing going. I'm kind of stuck in the middle. I don't like doing it, but I think I am going to pay to have a little bit of work done on that thing. I got to rip the front axle out of it and replace the spring hangers. I got some drop hangers to match the longer shackles that I have to kind of even out the geometry there, because on the rear side of the front leaf springs, put a longer shackle. So that gives you a little bit more lift. The main reason I did it, I had some interference issues with the frame, with the custom leaf springs I had built. Long story short, when you do a longer shackle, it changes all your pinion angles, all your steering angles, everything. So to do it correctly, you want to drop the rear and the front at the same time so your axle is coming straight down, as opposed to doing this or this. So it'll correct the geometry of everything while also giving me like another 1.5 inches of lift height, which will be perfect, and then the truck should sit perfectly level. I think I might have my buddy do that has a lift. We're getting into wintertime here in Oregon. It's constantly raining, and the truck's basically sitting outside in my gravel parking lot. I could do it. I really don't want to. So I think I'm going to pay to have that done. There's a couple paint things that the same guy is actually going to correct while he has it. And then when I get the truck back, it'll basically be finalizing things like putting the interior back together, and then just going basically nut and bolting the thing, getting all the lights working. Excuse me, just stuff from it sitting for a while and the project kind of getting out of control on the timeline. So I think the next series of videos is going to be kind of tinkering on the Cummins. That might be a week or two before I really have any content to actually post. So just wanted to hop up on here, give an update, and I haven't forgotten about anything. I'm not bailing out on making the videos or anything. It's just right now I'm unfortunately at a time that I'm doing a lot of waiting, saving money, trying to get parts to show up, scheduling time for things to go away and come back. So just wanted to hop on here, give a short little video of an update on everything, and that's kind of where we're at. All right, I was just gonna do that short little monologue video and post it just for a quick update, but I figured it wouldn't be a terrible idea to refresherize the memories on the Dodge. Just gonna do a little walk around, kind of remind you what's going on with it and what I got to do. All right, here we are. It is absolutely filthy, as everything always is in these videos, it seems to be. But 1992 Dodge W250 Cummins, custom built leaf springs, giving it roughly about 8 inches of lift, or at least that's where it'll sit once everything's done. This is Ford Magnetic. Oop, there we go. There's good. Ford Magnetic J7, I believe, is the actual paint code. It's a gunmetal gray magnetic. Went through and powder coated basically everything underneath it. It's all filthy right now, but axle's powder coated. Hey poppers. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. That's Cuda. That's Cuda. So like I was saying earlier, I need to do a larger drop hanger. Those are the factory hangers. You can see I did longer shackles in the rear, and to keep the geometry correct, or at least better, you need to lower your drop hanger, or you need to lower your hanger location in the front and the rear. Lots of people do longer shackles in the rear and don't touch the hanger in the front, and you get all sorts of axle wrap and weird steering issues and lots of not goodness. So need to put new drop hangers, which will require drilling out the factory rivets, putting grade 8 bolts, all that stuff. I also have a steering box brace that bolts on the back side of the steering box on the inside of the frame and ties into this cross member here. These trucks are kind of notorious for cracking the frame where the steering box mounts, especially when you get big tires and stuff on them. So, steering box brace, new hangers, and I also have, even though I already put new shackles and stuff on, when I initially started doing all the work on this truck, I totally forgot to get new bushings up in that hanger. So we got new bushings and actually new brackets for that hanger up there, on both sides, obviously. So basically everything from the frame down on this truck is going to be completely brand new. Still got to do driveline, but that's down the road. So all the front suspension work, and there's some paint issues that are going to get fixed. I have an adhesion issue on the back of the bed, that's primer, and on the cowl, pretty aggressively up here actually. That's just a prep issue. The guy that I'm having do the work is the one that originally painted it. Stuff happens, he's taking care of it. If you learn anything building vehicles, or at least if you maintain anything from them, you're going to have an issue at every single step of the way. And what matters isn't that you're having an issue, it's how it gets dealt with. And he's dealing with it, taking care of it. So it is what it is. It's not ideal, but all will end well. All's well that ends well. So that's it. Let me see. I think if it's unlocked, which should be since I have no key, I think I have the hangers. Okay, so yeah, there's the new drop hangers. So those will sit in here. Something like that, basically. And they'll look a lot cleaner. I had to put a little blue on them. As you can see, far from stock. Daryl over there's got some great stuff for these trucks. I also have this, and that's kind of a funky looking little thing. What this is going to end up doing is shoving the front axle 1 inch forward. So this is where the original through bolt goes through the entire leaf pack. This shim will go on the bottom of the leaves and it'll be bolted to the leaf. So it's not really going to be like a loose block in there that can slip, because that is a no-no. Never do lift blocks on the front suspension of a leaf spring rig. That is not what this is. This is simply a relocation pin to shove the axle forward, which will allow for much better tire clearance, because these trucks have a tendency to want to get into the fender right about there. So that'll shove the axle forward. It gives you a little bit of lift height, but that is not its purpose. It's like, 1/8 inch or whatever material thickness that is. So lots of front end work. I am also, I need to get that water out of there. That's not good for the floor pan. Lots of front end work. He's going to do basically a tape measure alignment for me and he's also got all my interior stuff. So it's going back to the paint and body shop. He's going to fix the paint, but he's also does general mechanic stuff. So I'm going to have him probably do that front end work for me, because I just do not feel like doing it out in my gravel, out in the rain. Although it's a really nice day today, but there's puppers. Anywho, that's where we're at. That is another paint issue that I'm just ignoring for the moment. This is going to get fixed. That's my fault. I had it sitting under a tree. It got sap on it. That's not the painter's fault. I got to draw a line somewhere. So it's like right now the goal is just to get the thing back on the road. That will be addressed down the line. So if I just focus on getting every single thing perfect, I'll never drive the dang thing. So that's where we're at. It's going to go back in for a little bit of paint work, a little bit of front end work. And then basically when it comes back, he's going to bolt the seat in for me. I am going to put the rest of the interior together, so I'll have some content on that. And then I got to find wheels and tires. And this baby is drivable. It needs a lot of cleaning, but that's where we're at. I will see you guys on the next video, which will be working on this thing. Cuckoo.